Hello guys. Welcome back. So in my last video I told you guys about how I had worked on a game in the last few months and how the game was so wonky that I decided to remake it. In this video I am going to show you how I made the game, at least the interesting parts. But before that I would like to address how my last video ended up getting around 100 plus views in 2 days, which is exhilarating to me because my previous videos used to have like 10 or 12 views after 2 days, so the performance of my last video is epic AF. Anyways, with that covered, let's get into the video. What you are seeing right now is the new version of the game. In this remake, the first thing you might notice is the font of the text that appears on the screen. I changed it so that the text appears more cooler. There were a few other changes as well, and I will address them in the video. I started by first creating the world because since I am the god of this game world, I decided it would be good to start by first making a world in which our friend, let's call him Blippy Ford, will live and die and then live again only to die again. And so I made a tile map and made a rectangle the perfect home for our hero, a beautiful rectangle. And after random AI had created the world, I started creating our hero. Of course, since I am a natural, it only took me like 10 seconds and not 10,000 seconds to get the collision shape of the body perfectly right. I also tweaked with his gravitation and stuff to make him fall upwards, which is totally normal because there is no direction in space. We might as well be falling upwards towards the Earth. At least. I also gave Ford the ability to be controlled by me. What a benevolent creator I am. I totally should be put in charge of this entire planet. I swear I will bring peace, justice and security to my empire. Ha 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 ha. But of course my creation hated me. I don't even know why, but Blippy Ford hated me and decided not to be controlled by me. I was so sad, I was devastated, so I did the most logical thing anyone would do. I beat the shit out of him. I went ora. And after a few hours of getting his shit beated out, Ford decided to listen to me. Just look at how good he looks when he listens to my instructions. I am such a good boss, I cannot believe how I can even exist being so good and all. Ha 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 ha. After all this, I decided to give Mr. Ford the ability to drum roll please die. Yes, I gave Ford the ability to die. I made it so that whenever Ford touched the orange walls of doom, he would instantly be destroyed at a molecular level. Of course, I made sure that he would respawn after some time to keep dying again and again and again forever. After I added one final touch to beautify the world. I added a beautiful sky that I had made. The sky is pinkish because I like pink hue skies for some reason unknown to humans. And with this, half of the game was done. The game was looking very good at this point, but something was missing, something very important. After some deep conversations with myself, I realized that it was the lack of adversity in the life of Ford that made the game look so bound. Something needed to be done to make Ford feel even. At the first try the result was well overwhelming. There were an insane amount of pillars raining down from the sky. It was the era of the pillar downfall. or something like that, and as usual I had to spend some of my very valuable time in fixing the downfall of pillars. After fixing the problem, the game was looking much better. But wait, before moving on to the next part, I would like to share a very interesting incident that happened to me while I was making the first version of the game. In the first version I was not able to figure out how to make these pillars randomly fall down from the sky. I tried a lot but it did not work. I was having a hard time figuring out what was wrong with my code, but of course I was not going to go to Stack Overflow to fix my problems. That would be too predictable. And by too predictable I mean too predictable. So I came up with a very interesting solution. I put this little red guy on top of the game, hidden away from the camera, and made him move. The pillars would spawn at random times at his position. This allowed me to have randomly generated pillars in version 1. Of course I have fixed it in this version. I basically wrote the code of the pillars a little differently this time, and it ended up working out somehow, so that is that. Anyways, moving back to the topic. So yet I made the pillars and then added colosons to make the game more or less complete. After all of the game was mostly completed. After this I just added a few cosmetics to the game to display scores and stuff, and just like that the game was done. For the next few seconds I am going to put a time lapse of me working on the cosmetics. You can watch it if you want, or you can skip it if you want. Your choice. And just like that the game was finally done. And I was free yet. Here is the clip of the game. I ended up making it very hard, and even I have a hard time playing it, but who cares? Comment down below if you think I should release it on a platform or not. Subscribe to my channel I guess, and thanks for watching.